Yes, people, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. As always, people, make sure that you lot are smashing up the likes. Make sure that you're leaving your comments in here below. I know I'm going to have a lot of people trying to chef up Maresca today. A lot of people talking about get this bald guy out. I'm ready for it, people. Let me know your thoughts. You know what I'm saying? But Chelsea won. Liga Warsaw, Liga Wasawa, I don't even know how to pronounce their name, blood. 2. And just an embarrassing, pathetic performance. Yeah? A performance where guys clearly took their foot off the gas. Guys clearly looked at the fact that we won last week 3-0 and thought that today it's just going to be a walk in the park. We don't need to work for it today. We've done our job last week. Yeah? That mentality is a mentality I don't want to be seen at this club. Right? And that's on Maresca to fix it. He needs to make sure that he fixes it, because I want to read a few of the quotes, people, that Reece has come out and said, yeah, after the game. So Reece said this to TNT Sports. It was a game where we should have won and something we failed to do tonight. We qualified, we advanced in the competition, but it was a poor performance from the team today, which he's right about. It was a poor performance, yeah? Maybe having a 3-0 lead played a part in taking our foot off the gas, but there's no excuses, right? And I didn't need Reece to come out and say this when I was watching what I was watching today, yeah? People being laxy-daisy, right? Let me even start from the lineup, because the lineup, I saw a lot of people complaining about Jackson and Palmer starting, which I hear, I understand it. It's like, it's a dead rubber game, really. You should be starting your second choice players and whatnot, maybe start some academy players, all of that stuff. I hear all of that. But end of the day, for me, I can clearly see that he's trying to play these guys into confidence, because right now, they are not good in front of goal, right? He's trying to get some goals in them before we've got a big game on Sunday against Fulham. And he was most likely going to take these guys off early. Like we saw in the game, he took off Jackson half-time, who was poor today, by the way, right? Did not look interested one bit. You know what I'm saying? Even when he's getting on the ball, man's just not interested, bro. I'm pretty sure I saw him off the bench at one point on his phone. You know what I mean? Whilst the game's going on, man's on his phone and we're losing. Yeah? That just goes to show the mentality that these lot had today. They did not give a damn today, right? Palmer in the game, you know, initially, he started off all right. He got in behind. There was one chance that I think Nkuku played him the ball, right? And he on his left foot there, he's trying to get it near post instead of going across his body. You know what I mean? There's another chance that he missed today. Yeah. Overall, you know, there's one part in the game where he gets fouled, he gets hurt and that, but you know, the intensity just wasn't really there from him. Second half, he tried like a little flick back to George, but other than that, he wasn't really, you know, really involved in the game today. Do you know what I'm saying? So I thought he wasn't great, right? But overall, today, back to front, the way I'm watching people sloppy, Reece James in midfield, again, that's another position that people are complaining about right now. And again, I hear it, people, right? Reece, for me, I don't like him in midfield. I've spoken about this from early doors, that Reece, when he gets on the ball, when he's in midfield, he's a reactive thinker when he's in there. He's not proactive. He doesn't really think about what he's going to do before he gets the ball in midfield, because he's not a natural midfielder, right? Similar to Lavia, like when you look at Lavia, not even similar. Lavia, you can look at him in that first phase. You can tell that he's thinking about what he's going to do before he gets the ball. Because more time, when someone presses him, he's gone, right? Reece isn't really like that. He's quite slow on the ball. You know what I mean? He's a little bit gingerly. He's thinking on his feet as he gets the ball. That's the type of midfielder that he is, yeah? But the problem that you've got right now is that we've got no cover for Enzo and Caicedo, right? You could argue Amugu is the cover, which for me, you know, I would play this guy if it's up to me. But end of the day, Maresca don't trust this guy right now. That's the problem that you've got, yeah? And this all goes down to the decision that the sporting directors made in the summer in sending both Santos and Leslie on loan, right? We should have never sent both of them on loan. We should have kept at least one of them, because how can you gamble so badly in Lavia staying fit? Because now we're seeing that Reece is basically the cover for those midfielders, bro, right? Lavia wasn't there against Arsenal. Reece had to start there. Lavia wasn't there against Aston Villa. Restarted there, right? Last week, Enzo and Caicedo arrested. They didn't even come on today. Restarted there in midfield. So it's clear to me that he's basically the backup for them. If Lavia was fit, I highly doubt this guy would be playing in midfield. If Santos was here, if Leslie was here, I highly doubt he'll be playing in midfield. So again, as much as I don't want him there, and as much as if I'm the manager right now, I would play Amugu there. I would play Sakyi there. That's what I would do, right? But I'm not Maresca, yeah? So that's why I've got to criticize him for still wanting to use Reece in the midfield. But again, the reason why that option is there for him is because of the sporting directors and the decisions that they made all the way back in the summer, right? People can argue Santos should have come back in January. Bro, he was never going to get taken away from Strasbourg when he's been their most important player. They were never going to do that, right? Leslie's the one that we should have brought back in January. But at that point, obviously Southampton sat their manager, so it was looking like Leslie was going to get more game time. And now I'm seeing him play more often, right? But again, that filters from the sporting directors. That's why we are in this mess in the midfield. You know what I mean? And that's why next season I'm happy we've got a Mugo and we've not a Mugo, sorry, a Sugo, and we've also got Santos coming back hopefully. You know what I mean? So we should have more cover there. And obviously Lavia, hopefully by then is fit. I'm seeing his training right now, but bro, when I see these training updates, I just look at my phone and I scroll to the next tweet, blood. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I thought Reece today was sloppy as well. There's so many times he was just giving the ball away under like minimal pressure, trying to run back. And it just wasn't looking good. You know what I mean? Shocking from Jorgensen for the penalty that he gave away. I thought today was actually his worst performance in the Chelsea top, right? He gives away a shocking penalty. And then the save, I don't even know what was worse, the penalty that he gave away or the save. I think it's probably the save. Yeah, it's like man had some butter on his fingers or something, blood. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was straight at him. It was a poor penalty. I'm sorry, you should even be grabbing that there, bro. You know, second half, the ball gets kicked at him. Well, they had a shot on goal. It hits his chest. It just bobbles in front of him, similar to what Onana did last week, right? And he, you know, he nearly fouled the attacker there as well. Yeah, he was looking real nervous today, real nervous today, bro. Yeah. And a lot of people are trying to at me right now about Jorgensen. I'm thinking, bro, end of the day, Sanchez was making 1,000,001 mistakes. We had someone else there that we just bought, so give him a chance, right? But what I said was when he got dropped, I can't even really fight for his corner because he hasn't been convincing like that. And for me, if you actually followed me from the summer, you would know that I said I wanted Valles, right? Valles at Las Palmas is the keeper that I wanted. I had my reservations on Jorgensen, but I said, bro, he can't be any worse than Sanchez, yeah? Because Sanchez kept making mistake after mistake, right? And like I said about Jackson constantly missing, the next guy had to get opportunity, which would have been Mark Gill. Same thing as Jorgensen. He had to get opportunity, yeah? But if he's dropped at the weekend or whatever, I can't really fight for his corner because what I'm watching right now, I'm far from convinced. You know what I mean? It's as simple as that, bro. But today, I thought he was shocking, yeah? I thought the centre-backs today, Badiashile and Tosin, Badiashile didn't have, you know, there wasn't really any trouble on that side. I know he got booked in the game. But for me, defensively, it's so annoying that this guy's so hit and miss because he's someone that I would play ahead of Colwell, bro, right? Defensively, I think he's a better defender than Colwell. But the issue with Badiashile, you never know what Badiashile you're going to get, right? Tosin, again, no real problems with him. You know what I mean? Your Cucurella started the game today. Another brilliant game in the final third where man's just showing the movement is better than Jackson's, right? I promise you right now, bro, if you started Cucurella up top and we still had Vega at left back, yeah, he would score more than Jackson because he knows exactly where the danger is in the box. He knows exactly where to be. Yeah. It's not a mistake that he's scoring more goals in the box because he understands that role in the box. Yeah. He needs to teach Jackson, bro, because how is your movement better than a striker and you're a left back, bro? Yeah. I know he played in midfield and that a couple of times in Spain and all of these things, but bro, this is mad. Yeah. Him and Sancho were the only two attackers today, really, that I looked at and looked at and thought, oh, these guys really want to play. They give a damn. Yeah, they give a damn, especially in that first half. I thought Sancho, another brilliant cross today. He's been on it this past few games, bro. He knows he's on trial now, so he's fighting for his career, blood. He's fighting for his life to stay near Kennington. You know what I mean? Yeah. I thought he was good today. Him and Cuckoo were the only ones that were good in attack, right? I thought in Cuckoo, when he started the game off at first, I thought he was okay, but then the rest of the game just non-existent. Get on the ball, not really doing much with it. You know what I mean? There was a chance that he got in the first half as well that was cut back to him, right? He should be burying that. He should be burying that chance. Let me even remind myself who even created that chance for him, bro. Yeah? Because when I saw that didn't go in, I thought, oh my gosh, bro, you in the box in Cuckoo, you're normally cleared in this, bro. You know what I'm saying? That was Sancho again. See what I'm saying? Sancho cut it back to Nkuku and he missed, bro. And then the ball came back to Palmer and Palmer tried to head it in. He missed as well. You know what I mean? So we should have been at least 2 goals up again. We still had some chances today, as still as we were, right? I don't understand this thing of not playing Tyreek George, right? I honestly don't understand what's going on with that, bro. Yeah? This must be some in-house politics because Nkuku's got more experience in all of these things, yeah? But brother, George scored in the last game we scored last week, bro. Yeah? He came on and went up top and helped change the game, the dynamic up top, right? This game, you decide to start Nkuku on the left. Again, when you've got a guy on the bench who should be playing in this comp anyway, bro, and did very well last week, right? That's one thing that I just don't understand, bro. I don't understand why George is not being used enough. He came on today, and I can see this guy's movement, bro. I'm sorry, this movement in the box is even better than Jackson's as well. I'm pretty sure in the academy he played up front sometimes. Yeah, he came up as a left winger and that, but I'm sure he came up top, played up top sometimes as well. Right? I don't get it, bro. Because against Fulham, I highly doubt we'll even see this guy. Yeah. So what are you really saving him for, bro? Achimpong today, I thought he was okay. He was better last week, but again, he was sloppy in parts as well, right? But this Tyreek George thing, bro, I honestly don't understand why he's not getting more minutes. I don't get it. I honestly don't get it, bro. Yeah, he is the type of profile of winger that Maresca likes. We need to use him more, blood. There was a chance when Noni came on, it gets played to him again, hesitating instead of just snapping at it, bro. Right? Hesitating. Everything has to be perfect for these guys. That's another problem that I've got when these guys want to shoot. I've spoken about this on Blue Diaries, bro. Right? They're very hesitant. They're very hesitant in what they want to do. You know what I mean? They're never really incisive in the final third, bro. You know what I'm saying? So Madueke, when he came on today, I know he nearly got the assist for George and whatnot, but it was offside, right? I thought he was okay when he came on, but again, he had another big chance. You know what I'm saying? The second goal that we conceded, embarrassing, bro. Embarrassing, right? I don't understand how that guy's free, because that's even the guy that was arguing with Reece before he scored. All of a sudden, his right next there is there in the D. Well, not even in the D. In the 6-yard box even, yeah? And man's got all this space in the world. What was going on there, bro? So we conceded from a fucking penalty, and we conceded from a fucking corner, blood. Yeah? And again, it's another game where I'm looking at it and thinking, bro, if we had our shooting boots on, we score first, and the game's completely different, right? Today, these guys were not sitting back like last week. They actually came out to play today, bro. Yeah? They were looking threatening. They were looking at us and saying, yo, we can give these guys a game, right? They can give these guys a game. But for me, watching both teams, it was clear to see who had more intensity. It was clear to see who had more grit, right? They wanted it more than us, bro. This goes down to the mentality, and that's why it's very important at the weekend that Maresca sorts out the mentality this week, right? We cannot go to Fulham and play with this intensity, bro. We're going to lose the game, yeah? I know we missed Caicedo today, we missed Enzo today, but, bro, we still had enough on that pitch to win that game, bro. It's embarrassing, right? It's embarrassing. Right now, it's not really hitting because we're still through in that, but it's still embarrassing to lose these guys, bro. They're 5th in their league in Poland and that. You know what I mean? Yeah? And people that think that I don't criticize Maresca, bro, I've criticized this guy numerous times, bro. Just go on my channel and go back to all the videos, normally from, I'll probably say from like December time, yeah? Go back to the Brighton game when I was in Paris. Go back to the game before that in the same week against Brighton, right? So many games this season against Fulham, bro, yeah? So many games I've criticized this guy, so no one can try to tell me I don't criticize this guy, bro. But I'm not gonna crash it on him for guys consistently missing like they were missing today. As bad as we were today in terms of overall the performance, we still created some good chances to win. You know what I mean? So it's on Maresca to motivate these players, bro. That is your job as a manager. That's what you get paid all these millions for. You are at Chelsea Football Club. Make sure that you motivate these guys, and make sure at the weekend we do not come out with that same intensity. Yeah. Why has Jackson even got his phone on the bench? That don't even make sense to me, bro. I actually saw man on his phone on the bench. I couldn't believe what I was watching. I couldn't believe it, blood. But in a bit, people, man. Love.